musical version. Maybe we should have a jingle. What do you think?
We should have a jingle.
I'm sorry, I was just throwing a bagel down my neck. That's a truth there. A little transparent moment. I do apologise. Still
Good
haven't quite
morning
finished.
and welcome to Elevensies.
Maybe we should have a jingle.
Ooh.
Oh.
I
So,
turned it off, just chill.
happy to say that we're not inverted today. that we are in fact the right way up. So welcome indeed to Elevensies, the late morning show with Lisa and Anton and Skittle. Today you actually do get Lisa.
And you know what? We're really excited to say that we had a good turnout for our Karma Points celebration last night, and we gave away over $300 in prizes. We had 2 different $100 winners.
That's pretty amazing, yeah.
And then I
Bunch
think
of
we had
fivers
the
and
rest
stuff,
were
yeah.
5s and 10s, but we did give away over $300. So
That's
we're
pretty
really
cool.
excited
That's
about
pretty
that.
cool. And it's really nice, you know, to see somebody's face light up. You say, you're kidding. You're kidding. Ah,
Right? I mean,
I'm going to shop now.
$100 is a lot of stuff, you know.
It is.
So
it is. Good
we were
morning,
really
Wendy.
excited. We had 2 $100 winners, and then we gave away over 300. So that's a really nice night. And we had a really, really generous donation to Celtica last night too.
That was lovely, yeah.
Someone donated $100, so that was wonderful.
That's wonderful. Yes, I love people. So, you know, we should have shut the door, otherwise it might be a bit of noise going on today.
Oh well, yeah. It sounds the passing traffic, I guess, sounds like ocean waves or something.
If only.
Good morning, Savannah.
If only. We'll have a vote. We'll see what people think. Should I get up and be disruptive and shut the outside door, or should we?
What does that sound like?
What's it sound like to you? Good, bad, or indifferent? Whoosh. I shall drink coffee while we think about it.
All right. So
It's
today is Thoughtful Thursday. Yeah.
Morning, Pam. How you
Today is
doing?
Thoughtful Thursday. So we've talked about so many different things, but today we thought we would talk a little bit about chakras. Because a lot more people are waking up to spiritual energy and trying to understand like
that window. All right, Aaron, I'll go shut the door. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
and they're really working to try to understand themselves and their inner feelings. And I like to explore when I'm having some sort of energy that I'm trying to work through or work with, whether it's coming from outside of me or from within. I try to explore what chakra it might be connected to, and then I can kind of focus on that color or the energy of that chakra to give a little boost to get through, right?
Yeah.
So,
What's a chakra?
good morning, Kendall. Chakras are energy centers throughout our body that have different jobs, and they govern mind, body, and spirit. So, for instance, base chakra is lower pelvic area, like at the base of your spine, base chakra or root chakra.
Yes.
And it's red,
Yes.
and it's our connection to the earth and the people that we live with and our living situation. So if you are stressed out because your house is a mess, base chakra might be a little out of kilter.
If you need to get organized, if your stuff's everywhere.
Right? If you can't find something and it brings you anxiety, or you feel like something is dirty, or you're not getting along well with people that live in your home with you, then base chakra might need balancing. So you might carry a red stone like garnet, or a black stone like black tourmaline, something like that. But crystals are a whole different animal. That's another section. And then next up is spleen chakra, physical body. That's orange.
Also known as sacral chakra.
Sacral chakra, yep. So if you haven't been eating well, or you have a vitamin deficiency, or you just don't feel, like getting out of bed or whatever,
You get up and goes, got up and gone.
then spleen chakra probably needs some work. That one's orange, so you could focus on orange, or you could wear the color orange, or wear the color red.
Just don't expect to wear anything that rhymes with orange.
Then next up is solar plexus, and
willpower.
that's your willpower and your individuality, your
Assertiveness.
your assertiveness,
Your get her done.
confidence, your independence. So, a lot of times teenagers are having a terrible fit with or these days, I suppose it's people in their late 20s or 30s
yes,
who really
30 is the new teenagers.
who really want their independence. You know, they want to live on their own. They want their own car. They want their own space. So a lot of times that chakra has to be worked on for teenagers. Or if you're having a difficult time at work, solar plexus is a good chakra to work with in balance. Or again, if you're not getting along with someone and you feel like you can't live in truth, or if you don't have confidence, it's been taken from you, been gaslighted, things like that. Brenda just did a rainbow color of
look
stars,
at that,
hearts.
She's just showing off. Good morning, DT. How you doing? So where do we go then? So
heart chakra is
after solar plexus, we move into heart by then.
Now, heart center is an interesting one.
It is.
Because we're told that heart chakra is pink and green.
I'm wearing green.
You're wearing green, yes.
This means I'm in heart chakra.
And then we only get told, I say this a lot to people, we only get told about the pink part of heart chakra, right? Really? So the pink part of heart chakra is our emotions that are connected to things outside of us, right?
Okay.
Like that person made me angry, or I love that person, or I'm disappointed, or that brings me joy, anger, all the emotions that are controlled by us, but triggered by outside forces.
External factors.
Right? Someone passes away, we have grief. Someone attacks us, we have anger or fear.
So this would be the emotional response kind of thing.
Response or react.
Right. Gotcha.
Right? So a response is a very gentle thing. A reaction is usually more of a fight back kind of thing. Right? So
yes. Responses can be measured. Reactions tend not to be. I grant you that.
Right. So that's the pink part. But the green part, I feel, of heart chakra is our inner truth. Things that we know, that we feel, and that we're connected to, that someone can't change for us, right? Like, I know that I feel this particular way about something. Oh, you don't feel that way. It's blah, blah, blah.
No, I feel this way.
know. I just know. And I am deeply rooted and connected to that feeling. That's the green part.
Is this something like your own personal truth? Which may be almost as yet an unrequited love. You know, I know within me as an author, I've yet to write my first book, but is that the sort of thing you're talking about?
Yeah, and then somebody comes along and says, "Oh, you can't write a book."
You can't do that. No,
so then you need to pull that solar plexus energy up so that you can have that.
Align your will with your emotions.
Right. Because when we look at heart center is called center because there are 3 chakras below it in the body and 3 chakras above it in the body. So it really is heart center.
Well, it's interesting just to hold that thought, but core in French means heart, but the core of something is right at the center. And so, that's kind of... Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Please carry on. I don't mean to derail you.
And so that you people who are into the Kabbalah, heart center is Tifereth. Yeah? What does this say?
Pam says, interesting, I've always linked knowing to my intuition, which I associate with my third eye. There are different kinds of knowing, Pam.
Yeah, different kinds.
You've got literally gut feeling,
Well, gut feeling is solar plexus. But that innate knowing, I love that. That is not the right choice. Oh, just try it.
That shook me to my core. And I remember reading, or at least talking with you, I think you were the one who read the article, there was things like our heart senses things
before our mind
processes them. There's like this it's amazing when you start to dig into the complexities of our for want of a better word, our internal energetic system,
Well, I think what's really, I think the quote, the scientific or metaphysical science was that heart center connects 1/7 of a second prior to third eye.
I want to know how the hell they measure that.
I don't know. But I think that we have a couple of books that are going to eventually be finished where we'll talk about the connection between the planets, the chakras, and crystals, and that kind of understanding of that alchemy. But anyway, today we're on about chakras.
But chakras, God, they go back thousands of years.
Yep. A really great book would be Wheels of Life by Anna Doyle Judith.
Oh.
That's one of the best chakra books. Like this thick, but it's a good read. All right, throat chakra.
Do we have it?
Throat chakra is blue, and this is communication, creativity, expression. And when we look at chakras, they're not just a tiny little sphere. They govern that whole section of our body. So throat chakra takes care of the things that weigh on your shoulders as well.
Right.
The could'ves, would'ves, should'ves, pressures, chip on your shoulder, neck pain. These are all throat chakra things.
Communication issues.
Communication, creativity, blocks in your creativity, blocks in your expression, things that you're carrying around that probably don't belong to you, baggage.
What are the things I think I found most...
Good morning, Karen.
Revealing, for want of a better word, I think illuminating, was the realization that communication is not just about talking. It's more about listening. And you ever notice when people get embroiled in an argument, half the time everything louder than everything else
they just raise their voice and shout. Nobody listens.
I want to be heard. I want to be heard. I want to be heard. But if you start to align with the energy of hearing, this is really weird. Energy follows thought. This is what we're talking about because it's Thoughtful Thursday. If you align with the energy of hearing, if you calm yourself, and you listen to what the other person's saying, you may be surprised to find they're in agreement with you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Just coming at it in a slightly different way. And that learning to listen, learning to actually hear and give somebody voice is tremendously empowering and is a fantastic mechanism for conflict resolution. Just listening.
Mike says, oh, interesting. I wanted to learn more about this. Glad I tuned in. We'll go back and start at the beginning because we're almost at the end.
We might do a lot more on this. We'll see what people sort of think about this. But we could witter on about this for years.
I teach a chakra crystal energy clinician course that is a 16-week course.
And
so there's like 2.5 hours times 16. So it's a big commitment. But I don't know. I'm just touching on chakra centers today. There's so much more connected to it. In fact, again, astrology plays a part.
Yep, because planets govern the chakras.
All right, third eye, our intuition. This is our psychic vision, our forward thinking. As Pam was saying, our knowing, but knowing something in more of a way of perceiving it than feeling it.
Right.
It's where we get our little psychic movies, those kind of things.
Our data dumps.
Where we start to become aware of things that we cannot see, but that we see now with a different kind of vision, with our psychic vision.
Right.
And sometimes this can get scrambled or garbled up. And the color of this chakra is indigo, which is a deep kind of purpley blue. And if you're not good at seeing colors, you could get a paint swatch from the store or whatever else you're going to
wondering why you're in the paint section at Lowe's pulling out all the
chakras, right? But you could get something that you can see with this vision to create that color to tune your third eye. And then crown chakra can be seen as a very pale violet or clear or white. And crown chakra is the fontanelle point, and it is our connection to spirit. So it helps us release doubt and feel, connected to the big good thing. That's what I call the big good thing. In the class, I always call it the big good thing.
Well, yeah, the concept of God transcends every religion, doesn't it? So
Right.
It's
Well, I
doesn't
certainly
quite fit into one.
I mean, my love for Caradwin is, every day, but I don't expect everybody who takes my class to have Caradwin as their mother. So I call it the big good thing.
Indeed. So you touched on something really important, and I think I'd like to go there a little more while we've got a bit of time. And that's colours. And colours, colours, if you think about some people react, and it is a reaction, not necessarily a measured response. People react to certain colours differently. Mm-hmm. And backstage of a performance venue or a TV studio or whatever, they have something called a green room.
The green room. Why would that be?
Why is that? Because this relates to that green energy of the heart, which is your internal security, if you will.
Yep.
You feel safe in that. And that's no coincidence. They also use an awful lot of green inside the hospitals as well. It's not necessarily that it calms you. It gives you this feeling of like safety,
Well, look at they paint Italian restaurants and Indian restaurants. They paint them that terracotta. That's physical body. You're going to eat.
You're going to eat something, and it's going to be good
and it's
for
going to be rich and yummy.
And yes, you think about the way these colors stir those things. Mm-hmm. And if you look at a beautifully illuminated piece of as indigo or cobalt blue, that on the edge of purple, it really pulls you into that sense of
What color are most churches inside? White. Connection to spirit. So it's like the chicken and the egg thing, but
interesting.
Right, a lot of temples in Christianity are white.
Yep. Gosh, blue. If you're in blue light, we have these hue lights around here somewhere. And there's like a setting you can set which makes them more blue. And that brings your attention level up. And it's like, helps with you communication, comprehension, understanding, reception of ideas and communication of ideas. It's kind of cool when you seem to think about, how just simply being around these colors can make a huge difference to you. Fantastic, like if you think about feeling the golden warmth of the sun on your bones and how energizing and making you want to drive forwards and get stuff done with that promise of a new day and all that,
Oh, you could go on in circles and you could say, okay, the sun, solar plexus, gives you vitamin D. What foods associated with vitamin D are associated with solar plexus chakra? And you could just go around and round. And I do teach a lot of this thing. In the class, we spend time on Ayurvedic eating, and we spend time on the salts in the body and the planets and the chakras. And it's a really wonderful, intensive course, but I don't have it planned right now because of the lovely COVID.
Well, we still got to be mindful of that we are still enduring a pandemic, and please, if you're not vaccinated, please consider it. Okay. Well, I'm going to sound seriously.
We are maintaining a place of safety because we feel that the shop has always been that. So we're asking people to wear a mask, whether they're vaccinated or not, just to be safe for everyone.
We invested in air purifiers. I mean, we have a responsibility to everybody. I mean, our store is not the biggest space on earth, and maintaining social distancing within our store would be fine if we allowed like 2 people in to shop at a time. Yeah. And that's kind of
shop the incense.
Yeah, you shop over there and you shop over there, and I'll be in the middle kind of thing. So we invested in 3 very expensive air purifiers. We do what we can to keep good ventilation within the store wherever possible. We'll have doors and windows open.
But we still are asking people to wear a mask out of courtesy.
But we meet people all the time. I mean, there was a fellow wandered in the other day and said, "Oh, I just don't believe in COVID." Okay, You know,
Yeah.
your belief in it is irrelevant at this point.
It
my
believes
friend.
in you.
Your belief is irrelevant. It's in complete difference to the actual facts. So
Well, then he started quoting scripture to me.
that's
And
always
I
helpful.
said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not Christian." And he said, "Oh, I'm not Christian either." I said, "Okay."
Okay, then.
And then he started to try to explain to me about the precession of the equinoxes in the age of Aquarius, and I just smiled. Anyway, he was an interesting sort. Let's pull card of the day.
We meet interesting people. I just want to go back to saying anyway before we go off there. That the way you think, because this is Thoughtful Thursday, think about what it is that's bothering you, where something's out of place, as Lisa was saying at the start of this. Maybe you're falling over junk in your house. You know, your physical space is out of order, or maybe you just don't feel like you can assert yourself, or you feel just run down, and just without energy and all this sort of stuff. You know, think about where the problem is. Think about which chakra it is that governs that, and just do some gentle work with that. You know, like maybe even just bringing yourself into a place of color or something that complements that chakra. If you find yourself embroiled in arguments, back down, listen. Learn to communicate, not argue. That's a whole different thing, you know? Think about intuition and feelings, and is it something that I am reacting to outside of myself, or is it that I'm desperate to express my internal truth, etc., etc.? It's worth going back and running over this, and I think maybe we'll do a few more of these, because this would be a great thing for Thoughtful Thursdays. And we'd love you guys to join in and share some of your experiences.
Tell us what you'd like to hear about on a Thoughtful Thursday.
Tell us what you'd like us to think about, and we'll think about it. See if that makes sense. And it's good to be the right way up today.
It's getting on.
Yes. What do you mean I'm getting on? He's getting on. He's annoying. Is Skittle trying to pull the card today?
Yeah, she is.
She's just got her hands over everything.
She's a very funny little thing.
Sorry. Aha! The Nidget of Wands. The Knight of Wands. I like this. One of those three cards.
Who's going first?
You go first. Just go with the reading. I'll talk forever on the card.
All right. All the knights are messengers.
Oh.
This is usually a messenger that is bringing good news.
Yes.
So today, be on the lookout for some unexpected or expected good news.
Yes, this good stuff. And there's that old soul vibe we've got going on there. Those three pyramids, the three cards in the deck, are all ones that actually have the three pyramids on them. To me, this indicates old soul. So listen to your innate wisdom here, if you have it as well. So expect good stuff to happen today, and listen to your innate wisdom on how best to process that. That would be my reading for today. Use your innate wisdom. Yes. Any other questions? Is that us? Are we there?
That's us for today. We've got lots to do today.
Oh, we do.
Back to barn cleaning.
Oh, yeah. Well, we should be documenting this, or at least.
Well, today we ought to start because
we ought to, because we've been. I'd find a tripod and stick the GoPro on it or something like that. That'd be ideal. All right, listen. Thank you so very, very much for watching.
Have a wonderful day.
Totally
we'll
appreciate it.
See you again tomorrow morning.
Please do like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends all about us. We're doing our best to be less of a well-kept secret, and you help. All right. So thank you.
Peace.
And we'll catch up